Howdy, all you delicious people! Another episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Madness. Ultimately, letting everybody know consistently, seemingly through every video. Definitely going through some different kind of changes within the channel. Readjusting and just making this easily a much more gaming channel, and then ultimately changing and consistently uploading on another channel, just mostly just movie and show and any kind of reviews. So ultimately, I can kind of split the two, but ultimately, eventually, from time to time, or from most of the time, I'll just keep coming back and kind of like at some point, letting people know kind of quickly what's going on the other channels, so people can who ultimately may or may not be interested in whatever I'm doing could still get to know via by proxy what I'm consistently doing, so people definitely know what's going on. Or otherwise, if like a lot of people like, well, yeah, I just don't go through any of the content, or I just kind of thumb through some things, or I just kind of like I see that it's something that I'm not interested in, so I don't go into right away. It's like, well, that sucks. But ultimately, like if people came here for movie reviews and then they realize, oh, why are you not doing these anymore? It's like, dude, I've done like two videos about it now. I've done two videos about it, but ultimately, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I still like talking about it. So, uh, ultimately, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you have like we have to kind of go with the fact that uh, reasonably when looking at it, especially for any number of YouTubers, like reasonably, for a lot of videos, we have it to where, um, people have said who are like YouTubers will ultimately like say it's like that people don't read descriptions of the videos, or people don't read like the thumbnails of the videos, or they go in and they don't know what the title of the game is, or they don't know what the title of whatever it is. um but yeah, I just think a lot of times you have a lot of YouTubers that actually don't label their stuff correctly. So, like a lot of times, like a lot of YouTubers will just like randomly say whatever words on their videos, and I think that's what really hurts them the most. Is when people are finally going, "Hey, what is this game?" They don't know what it is, or ultimately when Mark or some big fat juicy succulent YouTuber is mentioning some video out there, ultimately, and they say what the name of it is. It's like, well, what still is the name of that one? Because ultimately, it's just like people just want to confirm. Like that's the thing. When you have a very untrustworthy YouTuber that you cannot trust the titles of their videos, I think that's what really hurts them the most. It's not the fact that like people are just too lazy to read or ultimately hear what you have to say. It's just the fact that there's a lot of YouTubers that just mislabel things. There's a lot of people that just don't quite um, label their things correctly, or it seems like a lot of times they are the honestly lazy YouTubers that just kind of put whatever down. And because ultimately they know full well it's like, dude, I have a million subs or I have this, so I don't need to justifiably label my things correctly. Um, but for me, I even try to avoid like really labeling what like part of the video is. I just slap the title on there and that's all I do. Ultimately, anything that I want to convey or anything that I want to like mention is all on the thumbnail, like letting people know, hey, subscribe to the video. Or ultimately, I just let people know, like, hey, this is the part 7 of this series, which ultimately, if people are just like, well, like, hey, I wanted to see like the early thing of this, that's what a playlist is for. If ultimately there's also a lot of YouTubers that don't even do playlists. They just go, oh yeah, just find it into the channel somewhere. Just scroll long enough and you'll find it in there. I'm like, what an odd way to do a YouTube channel. Um, I don't know. I don't get this kind of just bizarrish way to approach YouTubing channels. And I think that's the main reason why like I consistently go into just saying it's like, well, hey, like it seems like a lot of my stuff is like labeled properly, and on top of that it's just kind of like like I'm making people aware of things, and so reasonably I'm just like, man, I must just like I'm not that good at doing YouTube, which is perfectly fine for me because ultimately it's like, well, eventually I'll get there. It's gonna take a while because ultimately, why would I all of a sudden just absurdly get like multiple thousands of subscriptions overnight? Um, I'm here to work for it, and especially even much more so now. Um, really very much uh, doubling down and really going, okay, well, hey, I'm going to even try to do specific YouTube channels to see if that works even better for people to definitely no longer look into just my channel and just go, well, this is too much of a variety. Like, I just came here for this one kind of thing. And ultimately, everyone will get that. Man, really, Leatherhead? Come on! Come on, no! Oh, come on. Alright. So now I'm going to see if this character is still glitched and or broken or not. Because ultimately, if you guys had seen... Whoa. If ultimately you guys had seen my... one of my other videos, I had mentioned there was this character that was broken. Every single time I would play him, the game would freeze. And so now I want to see if this character is working or not. So let's ultimately see if this character is working because I think that this character is actually beneficial to my team. So let's see if he's actually working or not because ultimately maybe one of the people that working at this game might have seen this video and might have just been like, hey, yeah, we saw this video and this character wasn't working. Because who knows? Because it seemed to be trending on YouTube for a reason. So maybe it's because the actual developers actually watch people playing this game. Because who knows? They might actually really care about their actual game. Because I don't know. Like every once in a while, you'll see like a number of kind of different brands and this and that ultimately just going, hey, yeah, I'm on YouTube and like we're showcasing this game off, so let's see if this character works. Let's see. Okay, so far so good. But still with that brr noise. Why? Cause I'm God, why? Why do you have to have that noise for that character? Why? Help me figure that out. Why do you have to have that noise for that character? It makes no sense. It's just so loud. Oh, come on. Even with that character working? You have got to be joking me. You've got to be joking right now. Even with that character actually working for one level, still, it just didn't... that sucked. It sucked. Sucked game. Just want you to know that. Farted my yardin'. That's what happens with my life. Okay, so... let's reconfigure here. Maybe we just need to take Mikey out, because that seems to, at some points, be the solution at some points. So, we're going to take this guy and have him behind somebody. I'd probably have Leonardo here. And then... I think that'll work just as well. Then we'll have... somebody's got to be the pickle in the middle. I think that'll have to be Slash. Seems like he's very effective, probably in the middle. Maybe we'll have Raph in the behind Leo. I'm assuming Leo is gonna die first. Because why wouldn't he? Because he always does. Plus, he's just the lowest levelist character of this whole bunch, so I'm assuming it's gonna happen. Yeah, this guy is still glitched. I can't use his power even though he's up. Great! The character's still bugged, game. Thank you. I appreciate having a bugged character that dies right away because he's bugged. Thank you, game. It's nothing like having a glitched out character that really doesn't help you out. Because, yeah, I'm clicking on the button to use his power up, and he does nothing. And then he just dies right after that. Great. That is awesome. That is so lit. So great to have a character that glitches out. If anything, maybe I should like bring that up to the developers that it's like, hey, yeah, your character like really isn't working. Like, I think he started to work, but yeah, this guy is not working for me. Because recently I've used him numerous times, and he's either completely froze the game, or ultimately he is completely still, like, he has his, like, power button, but you can't press the power button, and then right after that he ends up getting killed, because basically you're just thinking, oh yeah, I can use this power button, and no. I swear, if Skarg freezes up this game, I am going to be, like, furious. I'm going to be angry. If he freezes up this game. Why? Why that sound? Why that sound? So annoying. I hate that character. I hate him with a passion. He sucks. I just want to know that. I just want everybody to know that this character freaking sucks because he's annoying. He either doesn't work all the time, or he has that annoying, stupid Anyways, I think I'm going to take him out anyways because he's a very unsure Esh-like character. I need people that can attack, and he is not that. So probably take him out to put in Mikey maybe. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I don't know. I don't like putting Michelangelo in now because I think they figured me out to ultimately gosh darn it, Leonardo was not supposed to die right away. Right out of the gate there. God, I need to power Leonardo up. But you can't tell me that that's going to be his one saving grace. If ultimately I just would power him up more, he would survive more. I highly doubt that. I doubt that whole business. Oh, come on. We have 2 people left to fight Leatherhead. We should win this now. You should win. Do it. Win for me. A win. A win in the end. Oh, come on. Really? Still, though, we should still probably be able to pull this one off. Still, maybe in the forces of life. Yes, still, though, we should be able to... Oh, man, their health is really low. Are you kidding me? I had 2 people left. Oh, my God. And plus, it freaking didn't really help much. Leo died right away. You, Leo! You! I hate you! I'm trying also not to curse, but I just don't like Leo. I've adamantly out and right said that, and I'm sorry for anybody who is a Leonardo fan. I just don't like him in this game. But I also don't like Donatello either. But I'm happy to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna drop him down, you know? Drop it like it's hot. Oh, come on. Come on. Please. Oh, no, no. Dude, why, Donnie, did you have to die before you did your power-up move? Die after that. Die afterwards. Come on. Just let it happen this time around. There's 4 people, and there's only Leatherhead left. I should live to win here this moment. Stop blocking. Stop blocking when they have their power moves. Why, game? Just survive? No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Come on. No way, with 4 people. Should I have not have beaten this freaking level? Are you kidding me? How? With 4 people, count them 4, did I still not beat Leatherhead? So, is this just a moot point to where it's like, even with 4 people left, I'm still not going to beat Leatherhead? That is ridiculous. 4 should have been more than enough. 4 should have been more than enough. I was thinking like, yeah, I think I'm going to easily beat this now. No. Because Leatherhead blocks all the live long. All of your moves, just blocks it. Just farts all over it. Just goes, you think you're going to win? Hey, schmuck? Well, no. It's going to be a bowl load of on you. It's not going to happen. Because that's what I said. Should I have Leatherhead versus Leatherhead? Yeah, his name is Leatherhead, right? Yeah, Leatherhead, the crocodile. Why is his name Leatherhead? I need to know that now. It seems like a weird name. It seems like some random name that somebody came up with a dartboard. Just, I guess his name is Leatherhead. Doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. All right. So I don't know what character I'm going to use now. I'm all clipped. I don't know what I'm going to use. Bebop? Sure. Should I take... I think I'm going to take out Donnie. Because I get bad feelings whenever I have Donnie in a game. I get, like, feelings that I'm going to lose. So let's put Splinter in for reasons I don't quite understand right now. And then have Raph in there. See what happens. Like a different combo platter of people. Which I'm sure Bebop is going to die. Oh, wait, he gets one off. Good, he gets a one off. Good. Good. Yes, but then Splinter's going to die evidently pretty soon. So is Genghis. Why is... Is this going to be an entire episode of me just trying to beat one level? Fudge! Fudge. The fudge that you love. I just better figure out how to just beat this level right now. Just beat it. Just look at it and just like, I beat you. So, take out Splinter. Just the randomness of which I talk. Let's take out Bebop. Let's put Casey Jones in. Let's just see what happens here. Let's just randomly not make any sensical notions of attack patterns of which to go about our lives. Justifiably. Dude, you're leaving the robots hanging around. Dude, the robots. Get the robots. Take them down. I want them to be taken. Take them to the streets. Take them to the river. Somebody go after... Get the bots. Get them. Tell them that you're a fan. I don't know. Just get rid of them. Just do something. Yes, thank you. I'd appreciate you just taking those things down right now. Oh, come on. Why? Justifiably why? Come on. Well, dude, 4 can't take him down, so what is 2 gonna do? Here's a time for our sponsor. Gefilte Fleisch. Have you ever gefilted your flesh? Well, now is the time to gefilte your flesh. So let's go into, instead of taking Casey in, let's put Mikey in there, because he's the most seemingly man of about town. And so ultimately we have to place somebody behind Genghis, and that's gonna have to be Splinter. And then ultimately we're gonna have, instead of Raph, we're gonna have Leonardo. No wait, I don't want him in the middle. I don't want him Pickle in the middle. Who is gonna be in the middle? Yes, that guy. The orange dude. The dude with all the yolks. Splinter, you better not die. Because I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I don't know why we got there, but that's where we went. So, anyways, come on. Let's do it, huh? Let's do it. Come on. Do it now. Have it be the one. The one time that we could equivalently just take this down for once. And Genghis is down. This sucks. Come on, please. Somebody do it. Oh my god, is this gonna happen now? Is this gonna finally be the one? Because he's not moving that much. He can't do his slam jamboree-ash like party dance. Good gosh. Why did that take so long? It only took me 22 minutes. But reunited, and it feels so good. Why did it take that combination of players that makes no sense to me to beat that? I was just randomly just going, these people? That's all it took, is just a random barrage of people that don't make sense, that ultimately had to have that make sense now. Now I have a workshop? What is a workshop? What does a workshop do? Produces mod parts every few seconds at a rate defined per hour. Mod parts. So does that mean I'm going to get characters that I wouldn't normally get? Because that's what I think when I think like... When I think of like GTA mods, I think of like characters you wouldn't normally get in putting into the game. So am I going to get like Batman coming in here? That's what a mod part is to me. I'm going to have Batman in the game. I'm not confirming Batman is in the game. Everybody's going to be all of a sudden like, well, he doesn't have Batman in the game. I'm going to dislike this video. No, I'm just... That's what I'm thinking a mod is. And ultimately knowing full well Batman had done a movie with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I saw it and reviewed it. And ultimately, it was actually really great. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's actually really fun. I'd also read, I think the first issue, but I think I kind of backtracked and watched some YouTube videos about it with the Ghostbusters teaming up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in comic books. That was actually like, the story was very goofy and the story made absolutely no sense. Like, it was really forcing these characters to be in these stories together, and it didn't make any real rational sense for why they were there. They were just bizarrely commingled together. It was weird, but I guess it just worked. It just like, it was just kind of like a quasi interesting story, but like the first issue didn't really go anywhere. Like, it didn't go enough to anywhere for like me to be invested into like, oh, I gotta buy the rest of these issues to see where this story goes, because ultimately it didn't matter enough to me, because the first issue wasn't exciting enough and it felt like a random bag of just toss this all together. That's what I felt that those issues were probably like mixed together to ultimately get people to just want to buy the books because it's like, oh my god, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters both in one book. Oh my god, I gotta get this. Kind of like where Predator would be mixed in with every single comic book character that you've ever seen with your life, where it was like Batman versus Predator or Superman versus Predator and all kinds of other weird, bizarre commingling ties into things, which made no sense to me. I wasn't gonna pick up a Batman versus Predator book. Are you kidding me right now? Not in your life, dear son. Or madam. Or maiden. Or person. You. Watching. Video. You know? I better emphatically just whoop everybody in this level here. I should be decking house within this level. If I'm not, I am gonna be, whoa, what was that? Mrs. Wizard Blizzard Woman, you? I don't know what her name is. I think it's like Tempest or Temperist or something. Because I don't know actually who she is. Because I never followed the show that deeply inside of my life. Take her down, take her down, take her down, take her down, please, 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 please. Yeah. One win. I don't have a catchphrase after that. I was like, one win. I was thinking of something catchy, but nothing came. So that's my catchphrase. Win one. Sure. It only took one that time. It didn't take 35. Thank everyone. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank the monkey in room 2B for giving me this opportunity to tell you about a game that I played at one point. Why can't every level just go down this easy? Why can't they all just be like this? Cause it would make sense. Well, again, I'm not getting like stories after the hard levels either. I'm not getting a crux of where the story is going. It's been a long time. It's been a very long road since knowing where the turtles are now into. Are they still at the Dimension X? Where are they at? I don't even know where they are anymore in the story of this game. I'm not asking for like a story after every single level. Like I just want there to eventually be like after every like 5 levels, give me some like sliver of story that goes somewhere. Um and then also have a comic book adaptation that tells me like even more. Yeah, just like Infamous got God Among Us, or Injustice God Among Us, the DC video game where it's like where you're gonna give me little slices of story, but then you actually have a real story that's going on in the comic books, and I'm supposed to adapt myself to a comic book, which no, I won't. I won't. But yeah, but it'll just be like I'm sure that whole entire comic book will be the exact same pages that were within this game because that's normally what they do. They do a lot of copy and pasting. Um, that's normally what they do in a lot of these things where like they're like, oh hey, if people like these things, they'll just buy these comic books, and then ultimately when you buy the comic books, they're like, dude, this like was like the exact same game. There was like the game like regurgitated to me, or it was like there's sometimes where you have like uh comic books that are from like movie adaptations where it's basically just like copy and paste of the movie, but reasonably it's just like done through a comic book form, and you're like, yeah, I was hoping for like maybe even a better story in the comic book, or I was hoping for not a copy and paste job. Like I would love to get like little bits of knowledge that I wouldn't have been able to know from the movie or the game. Just like, oh wow, that's actually really intriguing. TGRI or TCRI. Is it TG or TC? Toxic chemical. Yeah, it's probably gonna be C. Because what would the G stand for? Toxic, ghastly, radiation identity. What does TCRI stand for? Totally cool, radical ingredients? That is what TCRI stands for. Exactly. I figured it out. I've cracked the clue. It's been years, but now I can finally figure out what. So it's got to be a toxic chemical radiation. What does the I stand for? Incorporated? I don't know what it stands for. Hopefully they eventually tell me somewhere in this game. I need to know now. They just say it's ooze. Don't tell me it's ooze. Tell me what the TCRI stands for. If you ultimately know, let me know in the comments below. If you're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans, because ultimately I always hear the company is TCRI. I never hear what the actual abbreviation of it is. But I bet someone will probably tell me, oh, well, if you actually go into this movie or if you actually go into this cartoon episode, ba 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 ba, it actually says that it's totally chemically radical ingredients. Yeah. It tells you exactly what it is. It tells you on the label. Now I'm gonna have to probably Google it afterwards, and probably the next episode of this, I'll probably tell people what it actually was, like what it actually was, or I'll probably completely forget about it, and then ultimately I'll be asking, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to remember what this was, but I forgot about it." That's what happens when like now I'm just kind of in a mode where I'm just kind of going through and sifting through and just trying to find a bunch of stuff to review, and I haven't got back to the uh, the Turtles animated show. I want to keep saying animated because I don't want to say the cartoon word, the cartoon, because ultimately that might sound like a kid thing and it's not. So yeah, animated series. That is the much more adult term, which it probably is not even that. Like, dude, that's not animated. Completely different thing. It's like that's not even accurate. But that's what they would call like the Batman original like series animated series. They called it the animated series. They didn't call it no cartoon. And, oh God, Leatherhead is a boss again. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I probably should have known this was a boss level. Probably should have realized within my eyes. Yes, yes, here we go again. Make my monster grow. Yeah, I know it's a different franchise, but otherwise it's 4 to 5 people that all have to fight one monster creature thing with minions. So should I just bust out the exact same characters that I had before? Because that probably worked really well. I don't remember exactly who all I used. Gosh darn it. Yeah. 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 Anyways, let's take out Donnie, put Raph in. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, let's put Splinter in there. F it. Let's see if this works. Come on. Do it. Let's do it, huh? Let's do it. Yeah. You know what? You know what you never actually saw in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? Or or cartoon, I mean, or animated series, I mean? You never see one time where somebody accidentally gets stabbed with a sai or a sword or anything. You never see that in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show because they would never show that. But I'm like, you know what? I'd like to see that happen one time where somebody accidentally actually gets stabbed and then immediately we just have the turtles being carted off for murderer for being murdered and then it's like, well, I guess you learned your lessons, hey kids, to never fight with weapons again. Now, won't ya? You know what? That was actually close, but I needed more people to survive. But that was close. You want to know why? Turtle power. Okay. I'm going to take out Raph then and change Raph with someone else that looks a little bit more like a purple and or green man. Probably green. I said green instead of blue. A purple and or green man. Because I guess I was thinking subconsciously that I'm like, yeah, we should probably have Donnie here. And then we should probably easily just see Splinter die for reasons. This is going horribly bad. This is going really bad. It's going awful. This is just not good. We are just... This is not doing what I wanted it to do. Come on. Survive. No, there's no way. There's no way. Just watch his eventual demise. It's going to happen. It's going... Yeah, there we go. Seems like we're starting to get there now, but there's missed opportunities that are honestly happening. It seems that people are consistently leaving the robots, and I want to get those out of the way because those seem to be the easiest ones to take down. So I want to trade Slash with Leo and have let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah. But ultimately, I'm thinking about movie reviews lately. And so I think the things that I'm going to do next, even though it doesn't really, like, there's some stuff where I kind of am quasi giving up on the whole horror genre-ish, like, review movie thing going on, even though it's getting really close to Halloween. Like, I've tried to kind of, as much as possible, stay on that rung of things, but then I've also quickly just kind of gone into, yeah, but I really just want to review these movies. And so kind of like given up on kind of Halloween-ish like reviews, but ultimately I think Hellstrom is kind of like in that ballpark of Halloween-esque. I think God, what is the other thing that I reviewed today? Trying to think what it is. Love and Animals or Love and Monsters is kind of monsters, so Halloween-esque, so I guess that works, but I think I'm eventually going to bizarrely review Logan. I think that's going to be a thing. I think a lot of people liked the movie Logan, so yeah, I'm probably going to be reviewing that soon. Because ultimately, I don't know, I was watching some person, like, review it, and I'm like, you know what, like, I want to get back into, like, into watching that movie again, because, like, I ultimately want to start just really going into like watching a lot of the Wolverine movies or maybe just some X-Men movies as well. And hope that does a thing. Come on. come on, just kind of go through and just take everything down. Go your way through all this. Just pounce your way through it all. Come on, you can do it. You can have a good time. You can dance all the gosh darn lines. Come on, we have everybody alive now. We have everyone alive. That means we should beat them. Well, almost everybody now. Come on, you leather-headed man, you. You sultry Sandra, like... Why can't I just beat you? With my love. With my love. Sounds like Christopher Walken. With my love. Oh, Charlemagne. A bulk of 2 levels in this episode. I'm so just bereft. I'm not ticked. I'm not peed off. No, I'm bereft. Whatever that means. Because I say words I don't know the meaning of because I'm dumb. I've emphatically have mentioned that through several times of the journeys that I've journeyed. Did I even change what I just did? Maybe. I don't know. Probably no. Let's just say no. Yeah, I get it. Where batteries are low, storage is low. Everyone knows what that sound means. It means we should call this quits. But I think I'm going to win this time around because I'm feeling like the Dirty Harry man. Just not quite as dirty and not quite as hairy. Well, probably even more hairy than actually Dirty Harry. I don't know. I'd have to really look at the man and just really define that. I'm not quite 100% sure on that. I'd have to really go and look at a Google searching of Harry when he was dirty and ultimately look at him and just be like, you know what? Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. I'd need more information to utterly understand where exactly the dirty had gotten very hairy. And so, yeah, that's the whole time of which I'm spending because ultimately I'm just saying whatever to words because ultimately right now I'm realizing that I'm almost going to win this level. And so that is why I'm kind of very much, oh my god, this level is over. This level is over upon my life. It has happened. So, I think with that sweet, delicious victory of time of which we have shared together, I think I'm going to get out of here, because otherwise this phone is going to tell me that I need to go anyways. So, bye everybody. Goodbye everybody. I hope to really, on my secondary channel, get some very interesting reviews out for people. There are some new things on the channel, on the secondary channel, so ultimately there's going to be... if you're already a subscriber, there's a whole entire video, I think, on the top of this channel, ultimately letting you know where to go, links and such like that. If you've watched kind of videos that are around this time, there are also other videos reminding people of stuff that's going on onto the second channel, so go ahead and check that out. I'm just kind of mentioning it to a lot of people that have kind of sporadically been on seemingly a bunch of the videos, especially this one. Especially the series has went really well, and I just don't quite understand why. But justifiably, I thank everybody for consistently watching it, whether it's actual people or bots that ultimately at some points I had mentioned in some episodes. But either way, it's great to consistently see people coming on here and watching the series, especially because maybe they just like to see me squirm. But that's okay. It's okay at the end of the day. I'd appreciate it. So thank you all for being here. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.